There's no place like home for the...
Goblins lurking in shadows edge, haunting with the street through the trees, yeah. Jack-o'-lanterns and chilling dread, ghostly figures dance through the breeze, yeah. Spirits roll the night, terrors deny, Halloween spectacular fear ignites, till every corner's turned, shadows yearn, for screams and chills in the autumn light.
Welcome back to Horror for the Holidays, a Christmas horror movie podcast. I'm Jay Logston.
And I'm Jeff Searcy.
But this isn't just any normal Christmas horror movie podcast episode. Oh no, Jeff.
Is this possibly, Jay, could it be finally time for the 2025 Horror for the Holidays Halloween Spooktacular?
It is. It is in fact time. And
thank God.
I didn't think it was gonna get here.
It's been a long road.
Legally dissimilar song.
Definitely not thinking about the Star Trek intro.
Scott Bakula, get out of here. You're too horny for this episode of Horror for the Holidays. Probably least horny podcast on the internet, Horror for the Holidays.
I mean, yeah, it's a low bar, but yeah, I don't think we're quite up. We're not. We really got to work on our horniness, Jay.
So it's only a horny episode when Mike Lombardo shows up.
Yeah, that's true.
Then the juices get flowing, which is a gross way to put that.
Oh God! Although we did get horny on a recent episode of another podcast.
Yeah, that's I believe that's coming out it's Spooktacular time.
Yes, he did. He said mid-October.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're a totally rad Christmas listener,
yes, not the British version, totally lad.
Totally lad Christmas. Yeah.
Let's just say we're gonna get up to some mystical boinging.
Yeah, talking about all sorts. Everyone knows at this point.
I don't know, Jay. Do they though? Do they know about the boinging?
Longtime listeners of the podcast know what we're talking about. They know what mystical boinging means. But if they want to hear a better podcast, invite us on to also talk about Bloodbeat.
Yeah.
Check out Totally Rad Christmas sometime in October.
Yes.
Anyway, more importantly, onto the Spooktacular.
Yes, more importantly, onto the 2025 Horror for the Holidays Halloween Spooktacular. Jay.
We got a doozy. We got a
coming out of the gate strong.
We got another entry by beloved favorite of the show, Chris LaMartina. We got 2020's What Happens Next Will Scare You, and oh boy, I'm terrified, but not terrifying. That's later in the month.
That's another thing.
That's in like 4 weeks.
That's also a thing that we're doing, but not this time.
Anyway, yeah, this is I don't know. I've been telling people this is kind of WNUF 1.5.
Yeah, kind of. It does. It feels like during, you remember those the mid 2000s writers' strikes where a lot of TV seasons had a 0.5. I agree with you. This feels like a 0.5.
Like there's the only thing about it that makes it a WNUF sequel is the burgers.
Yeah.
But then also a bunch of WNUF people having different roles in this.
Oh yeah, you're gonna recognize a lot of faces, but I mean the burger segment. I mean, come on.
So yeah, let's carve the pumpkin, Jeff.
All right.
Released October 23rd, 2020. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good, Chris.
It's in the zone.
Written and directed by, like I said, fan favorite Chris LaMartina. You know him, you love him. He's done some real favorites of this podcast, and with a couple more to come. But up next, we've got next year for the 2026 Horror for the Holidays Halloween Spooktacular.
Assuming we're not dead by then.
We'll have Trick or Treat with Reed Richmond, a movie that Chris has said is if WNUF out there are his New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, Trick or Treat with Reed Richmond is his Star Wars Christmas special.
Oh my God.
Which does mean there's a Return of the Jedi still to come.
Oh, good.
So we'll have to get to that. We'll have to get to President's Day, some year for President's Day.
Well, speaking of horny things, Jay, him saying that it's his Star Wars holiday special, is there going to be a Grandpa Wookiee jacking off in a virtual reality chair?
We'll find out.
Okay. I was just curious.
I mean, it does have Halloween icon Reed Richmond in it.
It's true. He's been in a lot of movies.
But yeah, we do have we have President's Day. We have Trick or Treat with Reed Richmond, President's Day, and Call Girl of Cthulhu if we can ever find a way to watch that one. We have all those to look forward to, and also whatever's to come after Trick or Treat with Reed Richmond. And Chris also has like a feature-length film coming out at some point soon.
Interesting.
So, called Tasting Party. It's set at New Year's, so that'll be something that we have to cover.
Perfect.
In maybe a couple of years' time. Once again, assuming we're not dead.
Did he have a co-writer on all of these, or was it just for this one?
Jimmy George. Co-writer Jimmy George. Also was the co-writer of WNUF, but I don't think has done anything else.
I recognized his name. I was wondering.
We've got Ivy Sparks herself, Melissa LaMartina, as Rachel Silver, who we will see again. Melissa LaMartina, not Rachel Silver, in A Corpse for Christmas someday. And she has actually made her own directorial debut in a movie called For Sale by Exorcist that I'm excited to see at some point.
Yes.
We've got Rachel D. Wilson as Myra, Kalima Young as June, Kathy Carson as Vanessa, Troy Jennings as Lester. Johnny Mara plays Eugene and is also the puppeteer for Scraps. We've got a return for Paul Fahrenkopf playing Rooster, the janitor, but we'll always know him and love him as the beloved R.I.P. Frank Stewart from WNUF.
Of course.
We've got Cash K. Allen, who plays Viral Video Son, and we will see him again in Deathcember. And Wes Allen, I'm assuming they're related, as Viral Video Dad, who is also in Deathcember.
It would be funny if they weren't.
Jill George is Birthday Party Extra 4 and was She-Devil audience member in WNUF and was part of the casting department in Chris's movie President's Day. Keirdra North is Officer Rebecca Harrington, and we last saw her as Angela Harris in WNUF. Oh, maybe Kendra North, I think. My handwriting's bad. Nolan Stralls is George O'Bannon, and he was the Harvest camera operator in WNUF. Deborah Merritt herself. We know her. We love her. Deborah Merritt hosts the news on WNUF. Leanne Shamish plays the 911 operator, and we also loved her as Gabe's mom in Two Front Teeth.
We did love her in that, didn't we?
What a great movie! I had forgotten all about it, and then I saw that pop up, and I was like, "Oh, Two Front Teeth was so good."
And you missed, of course, like I knew you would, Jay, so I made sure to put it in my notes, the two most important members of the cast, Sasquatch and Mr. Tickles.
Halloween icon Reed Richmond, George Stover, plays Charles Goyer, and we will see him next year as Halloween icon Reed Richmond in Trick or Treat with Reed Richmond.
Nice.
Brian St. August and Helen Mary Ball return as Dr. Lewis and Claire Berger.
Gotta love the burgers.
Pat Stork plays Chip Arnold and was Harvest Protester 2 in WNUF. Justin Getha is Weirdo number 2 and was Harvest Protester number 3 in WNUF. We've also got some special effects credit for our good friend of the podcast, Mike Lombardo.
I saw that.
He did all the pimple effects.
Oh, nice. That seems like something nasty he'd do.
Yeah. Having seen other Mike Lombardo special effects work, I was like, yeah, that's a Mike Lombardo. If you're a Dead Format backer, or if you're I don't know, even friends with Mike, he's posted Leprechaun.
Yep.
And it's a similar goopy, gory, pimply mess.
That is what I thought of. Yeah. Yes. If you're a fatso who harasses Mike on social media.
Like us. Taglines include your next click might be your last, and don't don't share, don't read the comments.
That last one's good advice.
Where to watch? I think unfortunately at the moment, buy a copy on TerrorVision.
I'd say unfortunately nowhere really. If you don't have the ability to watch a Blu-ray, you're just kind of out of luck on this one.
Chris, and it's his right, and honestly, I don't blame him for doing it. keeps all of his stuff close to the chest, close to the vest or whatever the saying is. And it doesn't really let stuff stream places. So
yeah. No, honestly though, I think it would be cool if he could work out a deal with Shudder to get at least like his main line stuff on there, like all the WNUF related stuff, because I would love to see Last Drive-In on WNUF.
I think maybe this has been on Shudder at one point. I think the only two things that have been on Shudder are WNUF and What Happens Next Will Scare You. I don't think anything else has made it. Speaking of WNUF, if you are a fan or if you've listen to this show and have not picked those up for whatever reason, go to your local Walmart. They are selling Blu-ray copies of both WNUF and Out There Halloween Mega Tape.
How did he score that deal?
$20 for both of them. Hell of a deal. Great and also great artwork.
I saw the box. Yeah,
the slip cover looks great. If you take the slip cover off, it's an old TV guide cover.
Well, I'm just gonna have to go buy that then.
So,
I mean, I already have them both, but I was like, you know what? I like that box art.
Yeah. Personal experience. I mean, it's a Chris LaMartina film. We were going to get to it eventually if we hadn't watched it already.
Personal experience. Jay was like, hey, Jeff, I bought you these. Now watch them.
This is for the next year's Spooktacular, Jeff. That's what I sound like off the air.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know why he does this weird accent on the air.
All right, anyway, you ready to, you got anything else, or are you ready to carve that jack-o'-lantern?
You know, Jay, I went through, I saw that premiered at Nightmares Film Festival, and it was nominated for Best Horror Comedy and Best Writing, which I agree with. It was good and strong in both those categories. It only had a limited festival run for some reason. I saw a lot of the people who have reviewed it online saw it at Salem Horror Fest and Buried Alive. I saw that pop up quite a bit. You talked about the TerrorVision Blu-ray release, which is worth getting, if nothing else, for the special features. I don't know. Is that stuff included on the Walmart one?
So this did not get, this is not part of the Walmart one.
Oh, yeah.
The Walmart one's just WNEF and Out There.
But, so then, yes, this is definitely worth picking up from TerrorVision then. And one thing I will say, though, is it's only 72 minutes, which I was kind of surprised by when I popped it in last night. I was like, I thought it would be like WNUF length. But from what I was researching, this had a significantly smaller budget than any of the WNUF stuff.
I think coming out around COVID, there's probably some COVID stuff involved with a 2020 release.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. But yeah, no, that was pretty much all I had, other than, of course, it's got, if you like that Chris LaMartina's direction style, where it gives it, because even though this one is a lot of online videos, it still keeps within the segments themselves that kind of retro VHS look to everything, which I don't think I've ever seen anybody do better than in WNUF.
No, I agree. I had a coworker watch WNUF recently. I was like, if you can find a way to watch it, give it a shot. And, found it on Shudder and watched it. And was literally messaging me like, you're telling me this wasn't made in the 80s. Like, you're telling me this isn't an 80s thing. And I'm like, no, this was made in like 2013 or whatever.
It's pretty crazy, honestly. If you were to, I'm sure you could trick somebody into thinking this actually was a vintage thing. But, of course, I mean, the same kind of strong practical effects you can expect, although I'm assuming because of COVID and the lower budget, they did have to use some CGI in this one.
There's a couple moments, but it's not too bad.
But I mean, in the current age we live in, a movie satirizing clickbait journalism, Jay, I think it's going to hit for a lot of people.
Yep.
It's more relevant now than possibly when it came out. So I guess let's get into carving that jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah. Chris, I was going to say, Chris does do a lot of like tours in the Northeast and stuff. That's where they're based out of. I mean, he works with Mike Lombardo.
Yeah.
And so like, if you ever go to like Blob Fest or whatever, odds are you'll probably see Chris and Melissa LaMartina there doing, who knows what, either selling DVDs or potentially performing with their band Beach Creeper. Mm-hmm. So always worth. Man, maybe we should go to Blob Fest.
I mean, I'd definitely fit in, Jay.
They'd see us walking down the street and they'd be like, wait, I didn't think actual blobs were showing up.
Well, I could set up a table and it's like, get autographs from the Blob.
The Blob from the Blob?
Yes, it's me.
All right, well, let's do our synopsis here. We get an opening. It's just like a bunch of like YouTube video pages and images, like a mouse kind of zooming around the screen, clicking on random videos and stuff like that.
Like you do.
We see a security feed of a laundromat, and after about 30 seconds, a ghostly woman pops up and jump scares you like the classic internet jump scare.
God, those old chestnuts.
We see that Myra, the intern at Click, think BuzzFeed,
Yeah.
is watching this video as Rachel walks up and hands her money for pizza. They talk about their boss June, about how their boss June has called a meeting before Halloween to find the 13 scariest viral videos.
And we've reached my first complaint. Anybody who does BuzzFeed knows that's always top 10 whatever garbage.
I assume it is 13
For
because
Halloween,
Halloween. But
no,
I agree.
Should have done top 10 scariest video.
We're introduced to Lester, Vanessa, and Rooster, the janitor,
Oh,
as Rachel gets a video call from her wife and son, and her wife asks if she's asked June for the raise yet.
Not
Spoiler alert.
The raise?
There will be no raise.
Oh, God. I could have never guessed that.
We then cut to June, who is on the phone with someone, basically admitting that she's going to fire everybody tonight and there will be no raises. Rachel walks in, and June kind of like cuts the phone call short.
You know, Jay, eerily similar to some real life work experiences we've had, isn't it? There will be no raises. You're fired.
We're introduced to Eugene, who I think Jeff would probably describe as a Jay Logsdon type.
Yeah, he's got some similarities.
And Mark, the security guard, who seems very incompetent and also kind of seems like a Jay Logsdon type.
Yeah, or a Keo type. I don't know.
our old. I mean, he is a security guard.
I know.
June tells Rachel, Lester, Vanessa, and Eugene that their meeting tonight is to watch the 13 scariest viral videos. So we're going to kind of get a kind of anthology style.
Yeah.
It is, but it isn't.
Yeah. Honestly, the thing that it reminded me most of was Creepshow, kind of. But, I mean, also probably like something modern people would be more familiar with, like the VHS movies also kind of.
Mm-hmm. It's like those, but it's kind of its own thing. It's interesting, but it's like I've heard people call this like an anthology, and I'm like, I don't know if I would like use the word anthology. Like it is, but
listen, Jay.
But it's also like a clip show almost.
It's its own thing, and Tickles the Clown and Bigfoot are part of it.
They are part of it. Rachel is first, and she shows a clip titled "Ghost Ruins Child's Birthday Party."
Already winning. Okay, good.
We see a home video of a little girl named Jenny's party, and she is talking to her twin sister Annie's ghost, who is upset because it is her party too.
Oh boy.
The camera cuts, and they are singing "Happy Birthday," and there's like a big gust of wind, and then presidents just start getting unwrapped and like their paper torn off, and Jenny screams, "I told you, Daddy, it was her party too."
Editor's note: Jay Logsdon meant presents.
What did I say?
I don't know why he said presidents.
I'm having a stroke.
There was multiple presidents under the birthday tree.
Getting ripped open.
And getting ripped open, flying. I mean, that would be scary. No, I don't know. I thought this one was...
It felt very I think even like Rachel says something about like, oh, I saw this on Mysterious Vortex, which is implied to be some kind of like you know, I don't even know what you would call it, like an unsolved mysteries maybe kind of thing.
I was gonna say, yeah, nowadays I think that would probably be the thing people might know most, although I don't know, maybe some of those, like you'll see it on YouTube and it'll be like the 35 most scary moments caught on film.
Yep.
And everybody in them talks like this, Jay.
No, it's one of those. It feels like I'm assuming Mysterious Vortex is like an unsolved mysteries or like a like you said, like top 10 scariest things or whatever.
It'd be like on YouTube, it'd be like, check out the latest video from Cinematic Rectum.
Rectum damn near killed him. But yeah, so like it very much has the feel of like a clip that would play on like a TV show, and it's like ghost or not ghost, you decide.
Yes, very local news. Like I could see this going on KCCI. Ghost ruins birthday party? ?
Speaking of KCCI, WNUF. Eugene, everyone is unimpressed. Unimpressed. Jesus.
Are you really having a
I
stroke?
think I am having a stroke. Everyone is unimpressed, and Eugene is next. We see police dash cam footage of like a DUI pullover. A guy gets cuffed, and then we just see a Sasquatch run up and grab him,
Obviously one of my favorites.
hauling him off screen. The officer yells to put him down and fires her gun off screen. All the others are skeptical, and Eugene says, "It was verified by cryptozoologists."
Yes. That was the exact moment that I thought he was a Jay Logsdon type. I was like, that sounds like something Jay would say.
Vanessa goes next and talks about a vlogger, Vera Fitzpatrick, who died, and she says it started with one video. We see Vera talking about being in the yearbook community and how this girl, Shelly, wanted to join and kind of threatened, and like when they like made fun of her and joked about her, she's like, "Well, you're not gonna like it when my grandma shows up."
Oh god.
And like that's kind of the end of the clip, and everyone's like, "What the fuck is this?" And Vanessa's like,
Don't worry, there's more.
"There's more to come. Like this is just the first of 4. It's a slow burn."
God, I love that. Whenever you see something and you're unimpressed by it, there's always somebody out there. It's a slow burn. Wait.
Lester goes next, and he has an audio recording of a Native American death song that will curse whoever listens to it. There isn't much to see at first. It's just a vinyl spinning on a record player, but we hear drums and like screams and chanting going on. We then see kind of like the whole office building as the music kind of continues to play throughout. Chuck at the security desk hears like static on his walkie-talkie and like kind of hears the screaming. And we see Myra and Rooster kind of like looking around as the lights flicker and like they hear faint screaming in the background from the recording.
Of course, yes. Unleash a curse on the office one.
Eugene asks how to break the curse, and Lester scoffs, but Eugene's like, "I'm serious, man." And maybe more people should have listened to Eugene.
Yeah, well, you know.
Rachel's up next.
Jay Logsdon vindicated. People should have taken the curse seriously.
This time she shows a video that she calls Date from Hell, and it's like it's Camcorder Cupid, a video dating service. Send a tape, get a date. We get this weird video of a guy named Tim who talks about his life as a clown and is slowly putting on clown makeup. He keeps saying like vaguely ominous things like, "I work mostly with kids, and when people laugh, I just kill them. Or when people laugh at me, I just kill them with kindness."
Yeah.
And at one point he kind of drops like whatever he's like painting his face with. And like when he bends down, we see like a human arm sticking out of like a trunk.
Yeah. He's a very Jeff Searcy style individual, I would say.
And as he gets more in costume, he kind of gets like, he brings more intensity. Like it's like he's putting on a new identity.
Becoming the persona.
Yep. And he becomes Mr. Tickles. The video ends and Rachel then tells us that Mr. Tickles murdered 27 women in 3 years.
Psh, fuck Art the Clown. Bring on Mr. Tickles.
Yeah, more Mr. Tickles.
J Logsdon stroke continues.
Mistle Tickers.
Mistle Tickle is impriest.
Myra brings pizza and scares Eugene by putting plastic bugs on the pizza. Hilarious.
Again, I could see this happening.
I think that would actually freak me out if I opened a pizza box and there were just a bunch of like plastic centipedes and cockroaches all over it. Vanessa goes again and shows the next Vera video. Vera has like a bandage on her forehead, and we can kind of see like a rash, or like some zits kind of poking out from underneath. Vera tells us that Shelly and her grandma showed up, and that the grandma had grabbed Vera's head and like rubbed her thumb on her forehead, and did some chanting and then left. And kind of like Shelly smiled at her, and Vera tells us that like where the zits are forming, where that bandage is, was where the grandma touched her initially.
Ah. All right. Well, if anybody knows a gypsy or a shaman or some spiritual person, perhaps, that could put a thinner curse on me, get in touch with horrorfortheholidays@gmail.com.
Yeah, big thinner. I love like this clip ends and it just shows everyone sitting in the meeting room on their phone, no one watching the screen.
Yeah, that's about right.
Rooster is cleaning up, and he hears like some child's laughter and starts to see kind of items like flying off desks. And Myra kind of walks up and tells him that the toilet's clogged again. And as he kind of like walks to go clean that up again, right?
Yeah, again.
As he walks to go clean that up, we hear growling coming from the fire escape door.
Oh, thank God. I thought it was coming from the toilet.
Now something else is coming from the toilet.
Other stuff, perhaps?
Yeah, maybe someday we'll tell the story of the brown bandit. Eugene is struggling to get the red, white, and yellow cables hooked up to his VCR.
God, I hate that.
But when he does, he tells us that his uncle was a priest who left the church under mysterious circumstances.
No, boy.
But he found this tape at the bottom of his uncle's trunk after his uncle had passed away.
This was the segment that most reminded me of WNUF, other than the burgers,
Yep.
of course.
What plays next is a video about how to perform the rites of exorcism. It's done in Italian, and we get subtitles. We are told by Father Dimitri, who has performed over 60 exorcisms, by the way. Real Pope's exorcist kind of guy over here.
Oh my God! Did you see that's getting a sequel, Jay?
Jeff, like I've said, I would joke that we should do a Russell Crowe-vember.
We should. Honestly, at this point, I think we could.
We've at least got 3 exorcism movies we could talk about with Russell Crowe in them.
I got at least 5 horror movies.
All right, we'll figure that out later. Anyway, he's performed 60 exorcisms. We're told to look out for scars and wounds, and if the possession is strong enough, they might look like words or symbols. Also, to look out for vomiting and black mold. The possessed might levitate or move things with their mind and speak in tongues. And at one point, we get like this brief moment of static on the screen, and we kind of get like a demonic face appear. We then see Father Dimitri and a young priest, Father Blair. So you got your old priest and your young priest. That's how you're performing exorcism.
That's what you need.
Yep. On a possessed woman, we get the whole thing: scars, objects flying across the room, vomiting. And as the exorcism's kind of growing to crescendo, the tape cuts out and glitches, and it's replaced with gay porn. And we learn why Eugene's uncle left the priesthood.
Gee, I wonder
why. Eugene says, I probably should have watched that tape first.
Nah, it's fine. Just bring it in.
Myra tells Rachel she's hearing weird noises at the fire escape, and Rachel says to go call Chuck, the security guard. Rachel walks back in, and Lester is talking about how sound is scarier than visual. And what's more scary, seeing someone die or hearing someone die? And arguably, I would say seeing someone die is probably scarier.
I mean, it would depend on the situation, I think. If you know there's a threat and you hear someone die, that could potentially be scarier. Yeah. Like, oh, God, I'm next. But yeah, I'd say generally seeing.
Also, June has, at this point, Eugene kind of notices that June has like something growing out of the bottom of her coffee mug, and it kind of looks like black mold.
Oh, I'm sure that won't be anything ominous for later, Jay.
We get audio of a 911 call from the Resurrection Funeral Home. We hear screaming in the background as the person on the phone tells us he is George O'Bannon, the funeral director. And he was doing some cremations when screams started coming out from the oven. He screams about how body parts are coming out of the ceiling and the walls and the floor. And the dispatcher tells him to remain calm while George screams that he is sorry. While this is all going on, overlapping on the screen in like a PowerPoint style, even in Comic Sans font, yes. We get like images, but then also like words, and the words kind of tell us that it took like the cops 45 minutes to arrive at the funeral home, and when they got there, they found like muddy footprints leading from outside into the basement, where they found a bunch of bodies that were well past like decomposition date. Like George hadn't been actually burying all the people that he said he was.
Nice. Cheaping out, saving money.
And they get to the bottom, and they kind of dig out all the bodies, and they can't identify, who's who until they get to the bottom, and they find George's body buried underneath all the other dead bodies. And he had and they were like, okay, well, something, whatever killed him. They ran a toxicology report, and he had drank in a bunch of not fertilizer. What's the,
weed killer?
No, what's the thing? The embalming fluid. There we go.
Yeah, embalming fluid.
Fertilizer. Jesus Christ.
The stroke continues.
And we get My favorite part about the whole thing is you hear George screaming like, no, get away from me. Don't touch me. I'm sorry. And we get like these screams, and then just up on the screen, it says R.I.P. George O'Bannon over his picture. And it felt very like
Yeah.
early 2000s YouTube video.
Oh yeah, I know that definitely. I was like, yeah, this could have been on like a 2010 YouTube.
I'm going to tell you like the story of this serial killer. R.I.P.
Yeah. I wonder if that was based on the real life guy. He wasn't hiding him in his basement. He was dumping him in a swamp and telling the families that they'd been buried.
It probably is. Chris seems to do his research with a lot of this stuff.
Because he killed himself, and in his suicide note, he said it was because he couldn't get the voices and the faces of people he dumped out of his head.
In the bathroom, Rooster finds the toilet covered in shit, and he says, "That's a potent pooper." And he starts to like unclog it, and and pulling out, he finds like a clown handkerchief. So like as he pulls on it, there's more and more handkerchiefs like tied together.
Of course,
kind of shoved down the toilet. He kind of gives it like one last pull to unclog it, and he hears a horn honk behind him. And Mr. Tickles is standing there and says, "Hey, Rooster, something smell funny to you?" And Mr. Tickles reaches over and rips off Rooster's nose. Real gory fucking effects.
Great effect.
As you just watch like him just bleed and scream as Mr. Tickles just kind of laughs.
Nice.
Myra goes to ask Chuck to check out the fire escape. And while watching a video of a dude getting hit in the nuts while eating a bag of Lay's, Chuck says, "I'm a highly trained security specialist, not a dog catcher." Which I thought was very funny. But eventually, Chuck agrees to go check on the animal noises outside.
Actually do his job, yeah.
Eugene pulls out another tape and puts on an episode of From the Shadows with Roderick Baines. Think In Search Of with Leonard Nimoy.
Yes. Very heavily inspired.
We get the story of Scraps, a weird possessed teddy bear from the cottage antique store, and Charles Goyer, who looks a lot like Halloween icon Reed Richmond.
Can't be.
The owner, and about his weird experiences of like the doll like moving, or the teddy bear moving around the antique shop by itself.
Oh.
And then one day he came in to the store to find it trashed, and like all the other dolls were kind of knocked over. Pictures were broken out of their frames, vases were everywhere, and Scraps was just like sitting on top of the mess by himself.
Nice.
Charles started to hear kind of voices, so he threw Scraps out. And afterwards he discovered like tiny claw marks all over his arms. And the next day, Scraps was back inside the shop.
Very Annabelle.
They reached out to the Burgers, and the Burgers show up. They set up a camera to record for the night, and we get Scraps and they're like, "What you're about to see, mate, is not for the faint of heart." And then you watch like a door open, and then the camera get knocked over.
Yes, Ed Warren used to say that at all their presentations.
They are very Warren coded.
Yes. Speaking of Warren coded, have you seen the new Conjuring yet, Jim?
I've not.
Oh, you gotta see it. It has a hilarious moment on par with the nun coming out of the picture in Conjuring 2.
All right. Well, I'll have to get there eventually. Also, we get a great moment where like where Lewis and Claire they're like a possessed possession. And like they like look at each other and say it at the same time.
I love it. Very Scooby-Doo.
They decide to perform like an exorcism or like a seance with with Scraps the doll. And Charles admits to getting it from an orphanage that had burned it down. And Claire's like, "I can sense the souls of all the dead children."
Uh-huh. After you get that information, of course.
The lights cut out, and when they come back on, Scraps is gone. We then learn that when Charles went home, his house was burned to the ground. Coincidence or the vengeance of the dead orphans? You decide.
Yeah, I was going to say, personally, I think it was the dead orphans, but whatever, Jay.
June says she's unimpressed with the videos. She wants to know, where's the carnage? Outside, we see Chuck looking for animals. He can't find anything and turns around to leave just for the Sasquatch to jump down and like claw like massive scratches in his face. Chuck says like, "You don't fuck with Chuck." And he sprays it with pepper spray, but that just makes the Sasquatch angry and it attacks Chuck.
See, that was the Keo moment. The "you don't fuck with Chuck." I could see Keo doing that.
Yep. Vanessa takes us back to Vera, who now has a much bigger bandage on her head and bigger zits poking out from underneath it.
Courtesy of Mike Lombardo.
Vera says she got a restraining order against Shelley, and everyone is being even meaner to her now.
Oh, man.
Thinner.
Yes.
Zittier.
Karen
Lester brings up a video about a fishing show starring Chip Arnold and Chip Chapman called Fish and Chips. The Chips argue about types of fish, and one of them kind of senses something on their fish radar, their underwater radar. It kind of gets closer, and you kind of see like a gill man hopping up and down in the water in the background. And like the camera operator's like, "You guys see that?" And they're like, "Shut the fuck up. This is our show."
Editor's note: when Jay Logsdon said underwater radar, he probably meant sonar.
Oh, there you go. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Jeff, I don't know. I don't know all these technical terms. I've never been outside a day in my life.
In the words of Clancy Brown in Pet Sematary 2, Jay, I'm just fucking with you.
So one of the Chips like catches something on this line. He's like, "Oh, it's a big one."
Oh God, could it be a CGI lake monster?
And he can't quite reel it in. And the other one's like, "I got it." And he goes and he starts like, try to reel it in, and he gets pulled into the water, and he's kind of laughing about it. He's like, "Ho ho!" And then you hear like a growl, and he gets pulled underwater, and the other Chip and the cameraman are able to kind of pull him out. They use an oar to kind of pull him out, and when they pull out the oar, there's like a big snap out of it. And as they're getting the other Chip back inside, you kind of see the CGI lake monster Gillman kind of swim away, and then you cut to Chip, and his legs all like cut up and like bones sticking out of it and stuff. Nice big bite out of it.
You know what this reminded me of was River Monsters. Did you ever watch that show?
Yes.
Yes. And a fun fact, River Monsters was never canceled. It ended because he caught all the river monsters.
That's amazing. If only other shows could be so successful.
It's like, well, we're out of river monsters. I don't know what to tell you.
I can't catch any more river monsters. I caught them all. Eugene likes the video, but everyone else kind of poo-poos it. And he's like, "It's right there. You can see it." And like Vanessa's like, "You think that was real?" Eugene then notices that June has a bunch of scars on her arm that kind of look like writing. And he kind of nudges Rachel for her to see them. And Rachel's like, "June, do you feel all right?" And June's like face is all like sweaty. Like she looks like she's sick. And she's like, "I'm fine. I want to see more videos."
Average Redditor.
In the office, Myra continues to get spooked by things getting knocked over. She gets on the walkie to call Chuck, but all she can get on the other line is the ghost of George O'Bannon, the funeral director, calling through. Eugene goes to play the next viral video in his VCR, but it gets eaten up, like the tape gets eaten up. And he's like, "Oh man, that was going to be footage of a mummy coming back to life." So Vanessa goes next and shows us Vera's last vlog. Vera is sitting in the dark, kind of sideways from the camera, so you can only see part of her face, but you do see she's got like one big zit on her forehead, and she's talking about how sorry she is and how like she's sad that she can't get to go to prom and blah blah blah. And she turns her face to like cut it away. You just see these big like zits all over the other side of her face. Think like Two-Face in Batman.
Yes, very nasty, very nasty.
And she turns it off, and I love that she turns it off, and then it's still the "Thanks for watching Vera's very, very vlog. Mm-hmm. If you like me, I'll like you." And I just thought that was a fun way to end it.
Yep.
And then Vanessa, we don't see this. We'll see it later. Vanessa's like, "Yeah, it was some kind of like rare, aggressive form of skin cancer. This is what she looked like 3 weeks later. We don't see it." And she's like, "And then she died shortly afterwards. But don't worry, we will see it.
Don't worry, it's coming."
Vanessa's triumphant, and she, in her gross out attempt, and she goes to use the bathroom. She sees bloody footprints on the floor and kind of rolls her eyes at another Myra prank. She gets in the bathroom and kind of like does up her hair looking in the mirror, and then sees Rooster's corpse. And then she kind of turns around to leave, and there's a gooped up Vera zit monster standing there that sprays her with zit juice.
Oh, absolutely disgusting.
It looks real
vile,
gross.
Vile.
Lester brings up a video titled Worst Fetish Ever. And at the bottom of the screen, we can see the Terror Vision logo.
Nice.
We see a guy duct taped to a chair while people in like weird masks spray him with what I assume is whipped cream.
Of course, yes, as you do.
Myra tries to get to Vanessa in the bathroom, but she can't. And she hears the copier running and she sees Scraps copying his butt.
Obviously.
Back in the meeting room, June pukes black bile all over the table and starts chanting in Latin.
Oh yeah, that's a good sign, Jay. I've heard that.
Scraps attacks Myra, but Rachel is able to kind of get out to save her and punts Scraps away.
Nice.
While the demon June strangles Lester with his like headphone cord using telekinesis. Lester is eventually able to kind of like fight it off and gets out, only to get hit from behind by Mr. Tickles. Who then proceeds to use the large clown handkerchief to floss in between his ears and real like flossing his brain out situation.
Classic.
And then meanwhile, Eugene gets attacked by like a demonically possessed version of his VCR, and we see him get wrapped in VHS tape. We then see creatures from other episodes like around. We see the people in the fetish video, and we see like we hear Bigfoot outside, and Mr. Tickles. We see Mr. Tickles making balloon animals with Lester's intestines.
Of course.
Rachel and Myra are able to kind of escape for temporarily, and they barricade themselves in June's office. When Rachel tries to call 911, George O'Bannon is on the other line, still calling for help. Myra tries to escape through the air duct as Rachel it fights off June using one of the trophies they won for their reporting back when they weren't a clickbait fucking website.
Oh boy.
And she like bludgeons June to death. And then Myra's body falls into the room, decapitated, and Scraps waves from the air duct at her.
Classic. Love it.
A zit-faced monster, Vanessa, and all the other monsters. Bigfoot is able to like break in through the fire door finally.
No, I love my boy Bigfoot.
And they all kind of make their way in as Rachel tries to Skype her wife and son one last time before they die. And then we see Scraps in the house with them.
Oh no.
All the monsters surround her, and then they slowly fade out as we see the cursed records stop playing. A guy then pops up on screen, and it is an episode of a different YouTube show titled Blood Trails with Drew Blood, talking about the massacre at Click Click headquarters and how Rachel was hysterical but unharmed, and that also her family was dead as well. And they use the fact that these murders took place simultaneously but miles away from each other as proof that she couldn't have done this, and what she was saying about the cursed vinyl was true.
You'll never believe what happened at Click Click headquarters.
And he also says, like, I've got the cursed record up and you can listen to it here. I've got uncensored crime scene photos and you can view them here. And he's like, and then he ends with, don't forget to like, review, and like, comment, and subscribe. And then the end of the movie as the credits roll. Very, very YouTube-y.
It was good. I liked it. A little rough around the edges in some places, but I mean, it's to be expected.
Yep. No, I agree. It's a Chris LaMartina movie, but odds are we were gonna love it. So yeah, let's. Where do you want to? What category? What spooktacular category do you want to start out with this time, Jeff?
It's hard to say. Haven't done this in a year, Jay. I don't even know.
Well, let's see. We've got Monster Mash. We've got Halloween decorations. We've got Halloween Spirit.
Yeah, we'll save that one for later.
We've got Burnt Out Jack-O-Lantern and Brilliant Jack-O-Lantern.
That's got to be the last one.
All right.
I guess let's dive into that Monster Mash.
All right. Favorite quotes. I got a good chunk.
Go ahead.
All right. Let's start at the beginning. Hey, Myra, could you pull some stock photos for me? I need some pictures of sexy Holocaust survivors. Vanessa. And then Rachel to Myra. It's never too late to change your major.
My first one was Tickles. When people laugh at me, I kill them. With kindness.
Rooster, when we're first introduced to Rooster. What do witches order at hotels? Broom service.
Oh.
And then he kind of like nods towards his broom. Real dad joke.
Yeah, love it.
Love my boy Frank Stewart. Also, just a guy who kind of looks like. Clearly, it's not Frankster. It's a completely different guy.
Listen, Jay, I'm a trained security professional, not animal control.
Well, another Chuck line. Don't fuck with Chuck.
Yes, that was what I was going to say. I also have Don't Fuck with Chuck.
Isn't there also one where he's like, you trained like 3 hours
Yeah.
at the blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
When they go to watch Eugene's exorcism video and it's in Italian and he's like, don't worry, it has subtitles, and Vanessa goes, subtitles? I don't watch videos to read.
Yes. Had that one. I also had the one we mentioned earlier from the burgers. A possessed possession? Scooby-Doo said it all at once.
And then the last one I have is when Eugene arrives. Sorry I'm late. My Uber driver thought my VCR was a bomb, so I had to walk.
Oh, I mean, lots of memorable lines in this one. I mean, lots. I mean, it's like, I saw some people, we'll get to it later, I'm sure, when we talk about if there's a razor blade in our candy or not, Jay. But there's lots of people who are like, the humor didn't hit for me. Didn't think it was very funny.
I mean, well, I'm gonna say now. Humor is subjective.
That's like, yes, humor does vary from person to person, but I mean, this had some good jokes in it. I mean, come on. If you don't have a stick up your ass, you could laugh at some of these.
Are you ready to do Halloween decorations? Favorite
Might as well.
Sets, costumes, things like that you want to shout out?
Yes, indeed.
I loved all the monsters. I thought all the monsters looked pretty solid. All the villains or whatever.
I mean, like we mentioned before, CGI it can be a little dodgy on some of the things, but I liked all the designs, even Gillman, or whatever he was supposed to be.
Yep.
Legally distinct. He was good. I loved, of course, we had our Annabelle analog, Haunted Teddy Bear. Loved that. I love Sasquatch, of course. Everybody knows that about me. Real Bigfoot guy.
Oh, look, Bigfoot.
I mean, I like their office set was believable. I could see that as being one of those giant mega social media buildings.
Seeing kind of like things Chris LaMartina posts online. Like I think he probably did get an office building that he could have used. Like probably had some friend who was like, yeah, you could shoot this here.
This is our workspace, ladies and gentlemen. I guess. I mean, obviously, we love Mike, even though it was one of the most disgusting things I've probably ever seen on film. Love Mike's work on the disgusting pimple monster.
I loved that Zit monster.
Yes. One of the standouts of the effects for sure. I mean, Tickles the Clown was great. Liked the design.
I was going to say, I really liked the gore effects around Tickles the Clown. Yeah. Tickles the Clown already looked creepy enough. But then when you get like the gore effects around Frank Stewart getting his nose ripped off, Rooster getting his nose ripped off.
Yes.
You get you get him flossing the handkerchief between the ears and then making a balloon animal out of intestines. All looked so good.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed with it. I mean, even the weaker segments, like the ghost room, my birthday party one that's supposed to be a joke at the beginning, I thought it was done as well as any of those scary quote unquote videos on YouTube are.
Yeah. No, exactly. I agree. I had watched this once before, and in my memory, I thought you had seen the ghost child at one point, and I was like, oh, I must have just imagined that entirely. Like I thought you got like a brief image or something on screen.
Oh yeah, that was the quote I didn't write down, but I did want to say was when he's like, "I got it from an orphanage that burned down," and then of course, she's our psychic is like, "I can sense all the dead children now that I have that information,
all the souls inside the bear." Did you have a favorite monster or?
Of course, I love Sasquatch. I always love Sasquatch. But honestly, original monster to this, probably the disgusting pimple monster.
I agree. I think the disgusting pimple monster was great. Did you have a favorite? Did you have a favorite video or a favorite clip?
I mean, I love the burgers clip just because I love WNUF and I love things that parody Ed and Lorraine Warren, which apparently the Conjuring movies have also become Ed and Lorraine Warren parodies, but that's beside the point.
No, Jeff. They weren't like gross, like terrible people. They were hot, sexy Hollywood stars.
It was Patrick Wilson, definitely not a fat, dumpy old guy. But if I'm talking about people that weren't megastars at WNUF, I'd probably say I would have to pick the dating service video with Tickles the Clown. I thought that one was very effective.
I also the burgers and Reed Richmond, not Reed Richmond, Reed Richmond,
Yeah.
was also probably my favorite. But yeah, if we're going elsewhere, Tickles the Clown was really good. I did enjoy kind of the build with Vera's very vlog.
Her I would say that was probably the one I would have picked if I didn't like Tickles as much. I'd say that's probably next on the list. Some of them were kind of just like, I mean, I didn't hate any of them, but I mean, like the Ghost one at the beginning's whatever. The Sasquatch one is pretty much I
would say the Exorcism tape is really good, and you said, felt very WNUF in its style.
I wish it'd been a little longer.
I wish we'd had more of that one.
Yeah.
And what was there was another one where I was like,
I mean, the Cursed record, I like that, but it was more of an overall plot device than an actual segment.
Oh, the other thing he did, the 911 call.
Oh yeah.
You can tell either Chris or whoever kind of did that scene, Jimmy George or whoever, kind of like thought up that idea, in the early 2000s, was watching like YouTube videos of like creepy YouTube videos of like, oh, here's a haunted phone call, and it's like a bunch of creepy images with like I said, Comic Sans like text.
Rest in peace.
And I was like that hit in just like that perfect part of my brain, like tickled my brain in the right way, where I'm like, I remember watching videos like that.
Well, and usually in movies like this, the wraparound is the weakest part. But honestly, I thought they did a pretty good job with the wraparound story.
Yes, I agree. I thought that was really strong.
The only wraparound story I think is stronger than this was, of course, Once Upon a Time at Christmas.
Christmas Horror Story.
Oh yeah, I have Simon Phillips on the brain.
How could you not?
I love him so much. Please, Simon, come on the podcast.
Dangerous Dan.
Yes, that's who I was thinking of. William Shatner and his overarching increased drunkenness as time goes on.
Throw another eggnog on the fire.
I think is the only thing that might surpass this wraparound story.
All right, Jeff. Burnt out jack-o'-lantern, brilliant jack-o'-lantern. One thing you want to fix, one thing you want to praise.
Well, this was difficult in both ways because there's not a whole lot I really want to fix, and there's a lot of things I would like to praise.
Yep.
But if I had to pick something for Burnt Out Jack-O'-Lantern, I would say I think this suffers from a problem that a lot of these lower budget movies with great ideas have, is the fact that the runtime is way too short. I think some of the movie, especially towards the middle, feels kind of rushed. Like they're like, okay, we only have X amount of budget. We got to get this thing through. And it capped out at 71 minutes. I'm like, I really think this could have been better at like 90. And I think it suffers on some of them, like we were talking about. I wish like the exorcism thing would have been a little bit longer. I wish they could have gone a little bit more in depth with the vlogs, because they could have done a couple more entries with that. I think that could have been cool. Even just a little bit more time in the wraparound to get to know some of these people a little better.
Yeah, because you're kind of like, Lester's the music guy. Vanessa's like the kind of the fashion person, and like Eugene, I don't even know, like he's retro kind of. But it's like that's kind of it, and it's like maybe give these people like a bit more personality or something.
But yeah, honestly, that's the only thing I could really think of that really stood out to me. Like, because the other stuff I thought of were basically just nitpicks. But yeah, this, I think it's the pacing that's off for me, and I think it's literally just because the budget they had to work with was so low.
For me, it was that I think maybe it was kind of what you said. You're like, BuzzFeed articles 10. Like, it did kind of feel like 13 was maybe a little too many.
Well, and see, I think that could have helped on my problem with it too. If they had just done 10 instead of 13, I think it could have worked better.
If you do 10 and you have them be a little longer.
Yeah, and they could spend a little bit more money on each one. Yeah.
Or you could eliminate one or two of the Veras. Probably like one. And then I don't know what else you would remove necessarily. Maybe the weird fetish thing, although I think that was more for a joke.
Yeah, it was funny, but yeah, I'm sure that probably could have been removed if it had to be.
But I think there's a couple things you pull back on, and it kind of gives you more room elsewhere.
Or maybe like just reference the kid's birthday party one at the beginning. Be like, oh God, not like that horrible thing you did last year or whatever. You do something like that.
That wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah. But no, that was really the only like big thing that stuck out to me. It was just like 71 minutes is not enough for a Chris LaMartina movie.
Agreed. Brilliant Jack-o'-lantern. The thing you want to praise.
Well, I really had to pick between a lot of. This is a good problem to have with a movie, trying to pick. But honestly, I think for me it was the writing, and specifically the writing of the wraparound narrative that ties all the videos together. I thought was really well done. Like I said, better than most anthology type movies, which Jay's kind of right. This isn't like your strict, if you're going by the strictest definition, this isn't really an anthology, but I mean, that's what it's going to get compared to. It's going to go up against other anthologies like we were talking about, like Creepshow, VHS, stuff like that.
It's certainly, it's closer to a VHS than it is to like a Christmas Horror Story or a Trick or Treat or something like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, if we're going from that point, I'd say it's got one of the strongest like narrative devices / wraparounds you could do for an anthology like this.
Because I think that's the most important part of the story.
Yes. I mean, that's what we talked about with, because we've done so many of these at this point. If that overarching narrative is just trash, then it kind of ruins the impact of all the segments. So it's important to get that part right.
Yep. And no, and they nailed that 100%. My Brilliant Jack-o'-lantern, I loved seeing all my Chris LaMartina favorites. Yeah. I loved seeing the Burgers, Reed Richmond, Ivy Sparks, Frank Stewart. I loved hearing Deborah Merritt on the 911 call. I was like, every time like one of them popped up, I was like, yep, there's one of my WNUF people.
It's funny that you talked about that, because that was literally going to be mine. I was talking to my wife about it last night, and she's like, are you sure you just want to reference another movie throughout your review of this entire movie? And I was like, you got a good point. I should try to find something VHS specific, but anthology specific for this.
But like, I don't know. I mean, you're using all the same people. Yeah, it's literally the same people. Like, I'm just like,
I mean, the Burgers for me, that was a highlight right there. I was like, if we could just do a movie about the Burgers, if that's coming, is that going to be our Return of the Jedi?
Oh, maybe. Well, we'll have to find out how to ask Chris sometime.
Yes.
I do have. You can get it on TerraVision. There is maybe it's on CD too. I know it's on vinyl. There is the idea is that it was a benefit record for the Burgers and Frank Stewart, and so one side is a bunch of like Frank Stewart like spooky investigations, and the other side is a bunch of like burger stories.
Oh god, yeah, if we can get our hands on that.
I own a copy, and we'll have to figure out a way to do something with that sometime, because I'm like, I've not listened to it yet, but I'm like, it's too fun to not.
A Spooktacular special.
Yep, or something like but yeah, it's I kind of same thing. It's like, these are all my favorite people from other Chris LaMartina projects. The only person I was missing was our boy Stu from Stu's Carpet Warehouse. That was the only WNUF thing.
Must have been busy.
I was just like, I was waiting for like I don't know, like a little like standee or something. It was like Stu's Carpet Warehouse.
That would have been fun to see a reference to that.
All right, well, Jeff, the listeners know, but final rating. Every episode of Horror for the Holidays, Halloween Spooktacular, we rate our movie on one of three categories. Is it seasonally spooky? Is it candy corny? Or is it 6 feet under? Jeff?
Well, Jay, I mean, it wasn't that hard. It's candy corny. It's not hard to rate this one. I mean, they intended it as a comedy. It's a comedy. It's funny. It's got some scary elements to it, especially if you're grossed out by like body horror and stuff like that. But I mean, it's made to be funny. It succeeds in being funny, I think, for most people. Not everything is going to land with everybody, but I think there's enough funny stuff built into the base of this. You'll probably have a good time watching it.
I agree. Candy corny. I would say this probably isn't my favorite Chris LaMartina movie. No. But it's still a great and welcome addition to the universe. And I'm always excited to watch what Chris LaMartina has next. But yeah, like candy corny, this does a great job. Like for me, a lot of the jokes landed, and you can just tell that like Chris LaMartina watched a lot of the same stuff that I'm sure you and I watched growing up.
Probably.
And so, all of like the you know, the ghost in the at the birthday party, like that hits in the like nostalgia part of my brain, where I'm like, I remember sitting watching spooky YouTube videos.
Yes.
I remember sitting at home and watching like an Unsolved Mysteries or a In Search of with Leonard Nimoy or whatever. And so it's like Chris LaMartina knows his shit. And like, yes, like at the end of the day, still very funny and like obviously candy corny because it's like, I'm just so impressed with how well it like captured all of those different kind of video types and all of those different things, like things that, like I said, you and I grew up watching.
Yeah. No, that's, if you want to say he has one talent, that's definitely his best talent, is being able to capture an era in his product.
Yeah, like I said, you know, I had a friend watch WNUF and they were like, hey, you're telling me this wasn't from the 80s. You're telling me this wasn't an 80s news broadcast.
If you're checking out their Halloween mega tape, it screams 90s.
Yep.
And it just works perfectly.
Yeah, when I'm telling people about it, I'm like the 80s one is like a news broadcast because that's what it is. And I'm like the 90s one is like Alien Autopsy.
Yep.
And so I'm like,
with some talk show stuff.
Yep. And I'm like, you know, and we'll see what the next one is. Trick or Treat with Reed Richmond is kind of its own thing, but it's also, I think it's even a thing you and I kind of already talked about on this show. Like the Trick or Treat with Reed Richmond is kind of a like a Halloween special in a like, here's the 10 scariest things, and like we're gonna kind of go, and so like I don't know, just hits in all the right ways. Like Chris LaMartina knows what he's doing. That at the end of the day, that's my review.
Yeah, he makes good movies.
Oh, ow, ooh, Jeff, ooh, oh, took a bite of that Kit Kat there, and I think I nicked my tongue. Someone put some razor blades in this candy.
Oh, did they know?
I guess I don't know.
Someone poisoned you with cyanide, Jay.
Oh shit, I'm all dead now. No wonder I'm having a stroke.
Oh no. All right, well, you want to start or me?
Well, here's the thing, Jeff. I couldn't find a bad review.
Really?
I looked on IMDb, no bad reviews. I looked on one of my favorite razor blades in the candy you ever did was the Out There Halloween mega tape, where Chris was like, how the fuck did you watch this, or how the fuck did you stream this? You can't stream it anywhere.
Yeah.
And was like getting into a fight with the guy in Letterboxd. And so I was looking everywhere. I'm like, where are the bad reviews? Even the fucking basement dwelling losers on Reddit had nothing but positive things to say about this movie. Jeff, I got nothing.
Well, Jay, of course, I run in darker circles on the internet than Jay Longston.
From the shadows, Jeff Searcy.
Stand back and stand by.
oh no.
So this is a 1-star review from a blog called Horror Hater 87. What a colossal waste of time. What happens next will scare you is about as scary as a kitten in a tutu. The anthology segments are predictable drivel. Bigfoot, clowns, yawn. The acting is wooden enough to build a coffin, and the so-called satire on clickbait is just an excuse for lazy writing. I fast-forwarded through half of it and still regretted the other half. Avoid like the plague it pretends to unleash. 1 out of 10, and that's generous.
How can you get a feel for a thing if you fast-forwarded through half of it?
Good question, Jay. Good question.
You can't make an educated review of a thing. I fast-forwarded through most of it. Cool, so you didn't watch the movie. It's the same with the people I complained about the other time. Like, if you're spending half the time watching your phone, you're not watching the movie.
Yeah, you would think so, Jay. So, of course, another disgusting corner of the internet. r/cinema slop. 1 star. 0 if I could. By Spookless Sally. The film is a horror in the worst way, horrendously bad. The wraparound story with clickbait writers is cringeworthy, with dialogue that sounds like it was generated by a malfunctioning AI, though I don't believe that's possible given the production year. The writer must be truly awful. The effects are bargain basement trash. That slime monster looked like it was made from expired Jell-O. No scares, no laughs, just 71 minutes of my life I'll never get back. Chris LaMartina should stick to something else. Maybe try directing Traffic instead of this absolute garbage.
Go fuck yourself. That's it. I'm coming to find you.
A 1-star review by Nightmare Avoider, who is apparently a Rue Morgue affiliated horror blogger.
Okay.
If boredom could kill, this movie would be a serial offender. What happens next will scare you, promises viral chills, but delivers viral fails. The cursed video trope is so overdone it's fossilized, and the cast overacts like they're in a bad community theater production. Practical effects, more like practically invisible. The ending is a cop-out that left me groaning louder than any jump scare. Do yourself a favor and watch paint dry instead. It's more thrilling.
You know what, Rue Morgue? Unfollow us on social media. I dare you.
Well, he's just affiliated.
Okay.
With it. He's a writer for
All right.
them. I don't know if it's-
Okay. Jay, calm down.
I don't know if it's endorsed by the actual website or not.
Calm down, Jay.
1-star review on Amazon. This was streaming on Amazon at some point, I guess. When I went to look for it, it said it was unavailable.
Like I said, I think it was maybe on Shudder. So
Amazon's connected to Shudder.
You can watch AMC from Amazon.
Yeah.
So probably
you can buy channels on Amazon.
Yeah.
I've seen streaming services through there. Okay, so this was by Creeped Out by Crap. Utterly unwatchable. This indie horror comedy, in quotations, is neither horrific nor comedic. It's just sad. The VHS aesthetic feels like a cheap gimmick to hide the lack of budget and talent. Hasn't he done this one already? I mean, come on. Chris LaMartina should probably try to do better. Given the good work he did with WNUF, this was very disappointing. The characters are all one-dimensional stereotypes, and the anthology bits range from dumb to offensive. I bought the Blu-ray hoping for cult fun and behind-the-scenes extras, but it's cult in the sense of a bad cult. Brain-numbing and regret-inducing. Demand a refund if you can.
I had a thing I was going to say. I can't... Oh, what? Something by Crap? Was that the name? Creeped Out by Crap?
Creeped Out by Crap, yeah.
Maybe you should watch something crappy if you're creeped out by it. This is good, so clearly you would like it.
This one was a 1 out of 5, Jay.
So, I mean... Yeah, I don't know, watch if you're creeped out by Crap, watch Christmas Craft Fair Massacre. That's crap. That'll probably creep you out.
He also had a note on his review, an edit, that said, people are saying, if I thought it was this bad, why is it a 1 out of 5? And he said he gave it a 1 out of 5 because he respects Chris LaMartina. If not, it would be 0.
Well, all right. Well, I don't know. Go watch Christmas Craft Fair Massacre. That'll creep you out.
All right. Reddit r/horror, a big cesspool, almost as bad as r/no sleep,
almost as bad as r/horror for the holiday. Doesn't exist yet, but if it did,
yet. It will. It will probably a subreddit making fun of us. So this is a 0-star review, ghosted by quality. Title: This shit really sucks. Holy shit, this sucked. What happens next will scare you is a masterclass in how not to make a film. The satire on internet culture is as sharp as a butter knife, and the scares are telegraphed from a mile away. Acting? Forget about it. The editor, June, is the only one who seems awake, and even she's phoning it in. Skip this and rewatch VHS for actual entertainment. Total flop.
I mean, watch VHS, I guess, in conjunction with this.
Edit, throwing shade at his wife. I forgot. He casts his wife and everything. I mean, come on, dude. What are you trying to pretend to be Rob Zombie? And so that was the final shade.
No, he's better. I'd rather watch a Chris LaMartina movie.
The views of Jay Logsdon do not reflect the views of Horror for the Holidays. I don't want to get attacked by Rob Zombie fans.
I'll say it. I'm standing up for this.
Oh God, he's standing.
I'd put a Chris LaMartina movie up against a Rob Zombie movie any day.
Oh Jesus!
Don't give me that Halloween Rob Zombie crap.
Oh Jesus! There we go.
I am dreading the day that we have to get to the Rob Zombie Halloween movies. He doesn't even understand what Halloween's about. All right, I'm done. I'm off my soapbox. Let me climb down from here. All right, I climbed down off my soapbox.
That's good Foley. I like that.
It was a big soapbox. I had to climb down because I'm short. Hold me back, Jeff. No.
All right. I'm holding him back, folks. Don't come for him, please.
All right.
We can't take any more negative publicity.
That implies that we get any at all.
I know. Hey. We were mentioned by fame horror author Matt Dupont.
All right, trick or treat list. Jeff, where do you want to take the cursed record? Because I guess that's the villain of the movie.
Suppose that's probably the closest thing to a villain.
Or is it the death of journalism?
I mean, we could do that. Yeah.
Well, that's the most powerful thing.
No, I'm going to say cursed record, pretty powerful. Obviously, can manifest all these people's horrors that they're imagining.
I was going to say, like, adjacent to... probably below Sam.
Yeah, in the same vein as in manifesting Halloween-related things and scary things. But yeah, I don't think it's quite that powerful. And I mean, you could smash the record, theoretically.
And, that's a good point. So probably also below Halloween, Silver Shamrock Company.
Yeah, I'd say below.
So
we're talking about, it's a big threat, but not... In the realm of big threats, it's on the low end of big threats.
Like, if you don't know that you're going to get cursed by it,
it could work on you.
It could work on you, yeah.
But yes, if I know it's the cursed record, obviously I'm not going to play it or I'll just smash it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same thing with that. If I don't know it's the Cursed Ring videotape, I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or no, if I don't know, I am going to watch it. If I know that it is, I'm not going to watch it.
Editor's note, apologies, Jay Logsdon is in the midst of a stroke.
Anyone else smell burnt toast?
Yes, Jay, I do.
Well, Jeff, it's time for this.
Garbage day! Huh? No!
Garbage Day. Horror for the Holidays Halloween Spooktacular Edition. Ho, ho, ho.
What if... I don't know if we should... Part of me wonders if for the Halloween Spooktacular, if Garbage Day should be Professor Loomis being like, Samhain, the Festival of the Dead, or whatever he says in Halloween.
Could do that.
We could rename. I don't know. I'll think about it. Maybe if I can find a good audio clip of that, maybe we will change Garbage Day to Samhain, the Festival of the Dead, or whatever the fuck Professor Loomis says in Halloween 2.
Maybe, or is it 4? I don't remember.
It's I think it's 1 or 2, but I don't remember. Or what? Or what about the thing where he's like, sister?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, it's time for us to eat shit.
Thinner.
Jeff, we got candy corn nerds.
Oh boy.
They're strawberry shell with strawberry grape inside, grape shell with strawberry grape inside, strawberry lemon shell with blue raspberry fruit punch inside, blue raspberry shell with blue raspberry fruit punch inside, orange shell with cherry watermelon inside, watermelon shell with cherry watermelon inside.
Hope you like cherry, bitch, because that's what you're getting. Is basically what this should be called.
We got Dunkaboos, Dunkaroos, but they're Halloween themed.
God, I love that. Oh no, he's got the thing.
And then we've got the thing that replaced voodoo this year. Jeff.
Boo. Boo-doo.
Trolley Mountain Dew. In Canada, they got voodoo this year. They got that, but they also got voodoo.
Bullshit, but okay.
And my understanding is that it is voodoo. It's the sour candy voodoo.
Oh.
And I'm over here, you motherfuckers. I want sour candy voodoo back. That was my favorite one.
Nope. Not gonna happen, Jay. We're cursed. What's the one that I need? I got orange. Okay, so I must need one of the other red ones. Oh, there it is. Alright, I got one of each.
And then last but not least, I got Mountain Dew flavored Trolleys.
Ah, of course.
So we got our trolley flavored Mountain Dew and our Mountain Dew flavored Trolleys. This is fucking Reese's flavored Oreo and Oreo flavored Reese's all over again.
Yeah. Jay Loxton Strokecast. Not what you think.
Turn into X-Tube to find out more about that. Oh, I got my own. You can.
Oh, we got it.
You can keep that bag.
Nice. Awesome.
Your Dunkaboo, sir.
Ah, thank you, sir. You know I enjoy dunking a good boo. Steaming a good ham.
Jeff, you do steam a good ham. You're a weird fellow, but you do steam a good ham.
I've heard that before. Thank you.
You know, when we were in New Jersey, we didn't even try to make a trip.
It's orange.
Yep. That's what makes it a Dunkaboo. We didn't even try to make a trip to upstate New York and get some steamed hams.
Yeah. Well, you know, we could always go back.
Never.
I mean, it depends on where Mike Lombardo's having the premiere of his new film. He's going to do.
True,
it on
we
the
might
East
have to
Coast,
go
might
back.
Have to go over there.
Also, I don't know if we get invited to a festival or whatever.
Yeah,
we'll go.
Maybe. We'll see.
All right, I think I got one of each.
All right.
Where do we want to start? Do we start with Dunkaboos?
Let's Dunkaboo this shit. I'm curious.
Ooh, I got Witchy Witch.
Oh. I got Flat Top Frank.
Flat Top Frank looks so cool.
Mm-hmm.
There's little characters on the Dunkaboo packages.
Yes. Yes, before you ask, I am 33 years old.
We've eaten Dunkaroos before.
I was hoping all the hip kids would think I was 20.
Hey there, kids. I'm Jeff. I like to skateboard.
Skibbity toilet.
6'7".
What do you think?
All right, tastes like a Dunkaroo.
Yeah, it's basically identical.
It's delicious.
It's really good. Yeah.
God, I love Dunkaroos so much. I'm just gonna say, you know what? The next 20 minutes of the podcast is just gonna be me and Jeff
Dunkaroos.
eating Dunkaroos.
Yes.
Oh no, I snapped my cookie. Okay, we should move on.
Yeah. Love it. Dunkaboos. Fun theme. Same food, but whatever.
Yeah. You know what? This year, 5 out of 5.
We'll allow it.
Normally, we're pretty harsh on these. It's the same thing, but it looks Halloween. This year, it's a 5 out of 5.
All right, Mountain Dew trolleys. Let's do it.
All right.
Starting with the green one.
So the green one's supposed to taste like classic Dew.
Mm.
The blue one is supposed to be Voltage, and the red one's supposed to be Code Red.
Okay.
I guess it technically says original citrus cherry, original citrus, and original citrus blue raspberry, but I'm pretty sure those things. Oh, maybe citrus cherry is the game fuel.
Could be.
I don't know. Anyway, all right, we did green one.
Go ahead. I'm curious to hear what you think. So I think they got it pretty close. Get that burst of Mountain Dew flavor at the beginning, then it gives way to the normal trolley.
That tastes like a Mountain Dew.
Yep. Code Red
All right,
or Game Fuel, whichever.
whichever one it is.
Not really getting a whole lot on this one.
I will say I think it's very good.
Mhm.
I do like the red game fuel. I do like the citrus cherry game fuel. I'm not a big Code Red guy, so I was gonna have to rely on you if that tasted like Code Red or not. I think it tasted amazing. I just don't know that it.
I don't know that it's a Mountain Dew flavor I'm tasting, but it is good.
All right, and then blue raspberry, like which I said, I think it's supposed to be Voltage.
Yeah. Nah. I'm not really getting Voltage.
I'd say I get a little weak kind of hint of Voltage flavor. I'd say that's probably my least favorite of the three. I think I'd go blue, green, red being first. Like certainly Mountain Dew flavor wise, it's probably like
Green.
green, but I think the red one's just so tasty. But none of them are bad. I just think the blue one's the weakest one.
I'm just going green top because it's closest to Mountain Dew.
All right, ready to do these weird candy corn? Here, let's take a sip of
Our Trolley Dew.
Trolley Dew. All the Trolley Dew is 0 sugar, by the way. I wasn't sure if you knew that.
Yes, my wife was pleased. She doesn't like the taste of full sugar pop anymore.
So it's supposed to be the red and yellow Trolley, which is supposed to be cherry lemon.
I like that.
I don't know that it tastes like a red and yellow Trolley, but I do like it.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. I don't know if it specifically tastes like that candy, but it's a good flavor.
So yeah, the red and yellow Trolley, the normal Trolley sour brat crawler. I did a little bit of research because growing up, I always thought the red and blue one was the best one because I'm like, it's like strawberry blue raspberry or something. So I did some research. Turns out, orange and green is lime orange, obviously.
Yeah.
Red and yellow is cherry lemon. Jeff, take a guess at what blue also red is. Do you know this?
Cherry blueberry.
That would make sense. So it's strawberry is the red.
Okay.
The blue is supposed to be grape.
What?
So next time you get a bag of Trolley sour bread crawlers, grab a red and blue one and take a bite of just the blue one and think about this is supposed to be grape, and then it will hit you, and then you'll never not be able to eat a red and blue one and not taste the overpowering artificial grape flavor.
Editor's note to the people who make Trolley: grapes are green and purple.
Yep.
No blue grapes. Thank you. That is one of the few fruits that is never blue. Thank you.
If you got blue grapes, you got a problem. If you got blue grapes, you got a problem. You know, when Jeff Foxworthy moved off of You Might Be a Redneck and started talking about grapes,
Yeah.
he was like, you got blue grapes, you might have a problem.
Maybe.
Classic Jeff Foxworthy.
Love that.
All right, let's do Nerds Candy Corn.
All right, which one are we starting with?
All right, I think I want to try. Oh boy. Let's do the artificial grape ones first. Let's get those ones out of the way. So I think pink and purple.
Grape.
Purple first.
It's like a nerd.
It's like a nerd, and it's also like a candy corn.
God damn it, they did it.
It's got that weird like candy corn consistency
Yes.
at first.
It's got the waxiness of the candy corn and the weird soft crunch. It's weird.
And then it gives way to like
That nerd
the
flavor.
chewiness of like a Nerd's gummy cluster.
Yep. And that
That's really weird. I don't
sour
know how I
nothing.
feel about it.
Yeah, it's pretty strange.
I don't like this.
Uh-oh, folks. Jay Logson's getting sensitive to textures.
I'm gonna puke. All right, let's try a red one.
Tell me, Jay, did your mother perhaps take Tylenol while she was pregnant?
Oh no!
Red one, you said?
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, the red Tylenol. It doesn't taste like anything.
I'm getting like the slightest hint of like a cherry.
The red one is the weakest one so far.
Yeah. I want to do blue.
Yeah, we'll do blue.
All right, let's do it.
That one's a little stronger.
It's got some flavor to it. What's it supposed to be?
That one's supposed to be blue raspberry and then blue raspberry fruit punch.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably what it's closest
The
to.
red one was supposed to be strawberry lemon.
No.
I did not taste that at all.
No.
All right, orange one is supposed to be orange cherry watermelon.
Getting the orange. Kind of getting the watermelon. Not to really taste any cherry.
Here's the problem. Artificial orange is such an overpowering flavor.
Kind of as you chew it more, you get the watermelon. But yeah, I'm not getting cherry.
And then the green one's supposed to be watermelon cherry.
Okay. Yeah. Whatever cherry they're using just isn't strong enough because it's
The
getting
watermelon's overpowering.
watermeloned again.
All right, you want to? Probably red one was the worst.
Oh yeah, the red one just had basically no flavor.
Yep. And then I'd probably put the orange and the grape ones all kind of together because they get overpowered by that grape
They
flavor.
are, yeah. They all taste like one flavor.
Then probably I think probably the best one was blue raspberry fruit punch.
Yeah, that one was closest, I think, to what they advertised.
Overall rankings.
As
I sit here and get another sour bread crawler.
You know, honestly, I think I'm gonna put the Nerds candy corn at the bottom. I mean, while it was fun to see Jay Logston squirm under this new food texture he's unfamiliar with, nothing blew me away with this one. I mean, some of the flavors were fairly close to what they advertised, but I mean, I don't get what the appeal of candy corn is to begin with. I've never been a candy corn guy, and so I think that's just gonna go last for me.
I want to like candy corn.
Yes,
I don't.
I try it like every few years. Like maybe this will be the year that I like candy corn.
And I was hoping this would be like a thing where I'm like, oh, I don't like candy corn, but I like Nerds candy corn. No, it's fucking dog shit.
I do the same thing with the pumpkins.
Yes, yep.
I'm like, I really want to like these, but I don't.
No, I think Nerds candy corn bottom. Then probably the Trolley Mountain
Yeah.
Dew.
I'd say probably, yeah. I mean, I like Trolleys. I'm not that big a fan of these dew flavors, though, if I'm being honest. Never been that much of a regular or cherry dew kind of guy.
Yeah.
And the voltage flavor just wasn't strong enough.
Yeah, like none of them are bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's nothing to write home about.
You know, an easy one they should have done, Livewire, that orange flavor. They could have done
That would
one.
that probably the problem that we're talking about with the Nerds candy, how the orange was overpowering.
The gummies need that because a gummy absorbs a lot more flavor.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, of course, I'm going to go, just because I do love the Dunkaboos, but I'm going to put them below the Mountain Dew just because they are just Dunkaroos with orange frosting.
Disagree, they're top.
I know. I knew Jay was going to go top. But no, I think out of the new things, I think the Dew was pretty good. Like we said, I don't know that it tastes like trolley candy, but it tastes good.
All the people online saying it tastes like medicine or smoking crack or something.
Well, I would say, what kind of medicine are you guys taking? Because I'd like to get some medicine that tastes like that.
This is delicious. What's that really gross medicine called? It's like a pill. I think it's like a steroid, and it's like a white pill.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's fucking terrible, and if you accidentally let it melt on your tongue at all, it tastes like fucking straight garbage.
It gets even worse.
Yeah. What is that one called?
Prednisone.
Yes.
Right.
Yep. Prednisone. That's the one.
Man, if your guys' prednisone tastes like this, let me know where to sign up because I would much rather have that.
Yeah, this is much more like a candy than a medicine.
But yeah, that's where we're at for the initial 2025 Horror for the Holidays Halloween Spooktacular.
Did you just say the 2025 Horror for the Holidays Halloween Spooktacular, Jay?
I sure did, Jeff.
If we're going off packaging, by the way, Dunkaboo's top.
Yeah, because fucking Flat Top Frank rules.
Awesome.
I'm gonna take a picture of Flat Top Frank and post him along with oh god damn it. Frank, you're rolling up on me. Post it on Instagram. People can see how cool Flat Top Frank is.
Exactly.
Click. All right, there you go. There.
Love me some Flat Top Frank.
We've got two patron saints of the podcast: Simon Phillips and Flat Top Frank.
Watch these never come back again. But the only one we ever get.
Yeah. But Jeff will always have Flat Top Frank. All right. Anyway,
do a decades-long campaign to get him to bring it back.
Bring back. We've been bringing back Dunkaboos for years, but you didn't bring back Flat Top Frank.
And then once we finally get him back after years of protest, Jay, we can play our theme song for the podcast. It's been a long road, bringing it full circle back to the beginning.
Well, it's been a long road getting to Flat Top Frank. I think, you know what? Flat Top Frank does make this podcast a little hornier.
Yeah.
Anyway, get in touch with us on social media. Send us an email for our Garbage Day segment. We are horrorfortheholidays@gmail.com. Social media, we're all the places at Horror for Holidays. That's horror, the number 4 holidays. Horror for Holidays.
YouTube.com/horror for the holidays, not with a 4. Subscribe, hit the bell, like it, leave comments, let us know what you're feeling, thinking. That's a good place to get in touch with us. All the podcatchers, of course, are open to you to leave us your 5-star reviews. And of course, if you want us to know that you actually listen to the show, put 5 stars, 0 if I could.
Yep. Let us know you're a real sicko by putting 5 stars, 0 stars if I could on your review.
Dun.
Having it be a 5-star review, but title it 0 stars. Yeah, that's the way you do it.
Yes. We're not reading if it's not 5 stars.
Tell a friend. That's the most important way to spread word about the podcast. Downloads, man, the stroke is kicking my butt. It's the best way to spread word about a podcast. Telling a friend means more than I would say any download numbers. People, I think especially for us, people kind of look and they go, how niche is a Christmas podcast, a Christmas horror podcast going to be? But if you tell a friend and you're like, hey, this is a podcast I listen to, I enjoy it, I think you'd enjoy it. That's the best way to I mean, fuck, I don't know who enjoys this podcast, but people clearly do.
Well, you see, I don't know, this is the 3rd person that's told me this, and I don't know, Jay, if maybe we want to start doing longer or maybe more often stocking stuffers. But they're like, I like your horror movie reviews. They're like, I also like when you guys just get together and talk about random stuff.
Oh, no, I got on our road trip diaries, I got so many like people being like, that was a great episode. You guys need to do that more often. So certainly next time we go on a road trip, we're gonna have to iPhone notes memos our fucking travails.
Well, Jay Logston twisted my arm into buying a new iPhone, so we'll be able to use Mike's next time. He was like, Jeff, if your fat ass doesn't get into the T-Mobile store and get a new iPhone 17 Pro Max, I'm going to kill you. And, of course, he uses off-the-air voice. So
Hey, Jeff.
It's much more menacing. But yeah,
Jeff,
no.
I don't even remember what the voice sounded. God damn it, I can't even
It's
do
just your
it.
standard Brooklyn mobster, pretty much.
Yeah.
But,
Move the
yeah.
moon off for a kid. No, I can't do it.
It doesn't happen on command. Only happens organically. But yeah, we like doing that kind of content. I'm sure we could do more of it. I don't know, Jay. We've had a lot of Bigfoot sightings in this area. I don't know. We might have to do a little on the scene reporting.
Jeff, that's just you and me walking around without our shirts on. Actually, I do have at Spirit. I have a coworker who's going to be at Van Meter Visitor Fest talking about the Atosin Bigfoot case. So that's something he's been telling me bits and bobs about it. So very exciting. Also, Van Meter Visitor Fest, our own special cryptid,
Our very own cryptid.
the best one.
I love that pterodactyl.
Yeah, fucking shooting laser beams out of it. Anyway, fuck, who cares? But yeah, anyway, I guess
Comment on all the things.
Yeah.
Watch the things. Tell people.
Christmas Podcast Network. We're going to be on Jerry D here shortly, sometime for Halloween, talking about Bloodbeat, mystical boinging, super horny movie, jerking off and whatnot.
Yep.
Flicking the bean, all that
As I say,
nonsense.
I think we made Jerry blush a couple times. If you want to know the quality of the episode.
Talking about the difference between a Wisconsin Christmas lore and Iowa Christmas lore, all those good things. Anyway,
Big difference.
yeah, go check that out when it gets posted. We'll do more. I'll when it officially comes out. I'm sure we'll mention it on the podcast.
We gotta do some kind of promo for it.
But otherwise, we'll see you next week as the Spooktacular continues. And I think, Jeff, do we know what we want to do?
I think we do, Jay. I think you know what we want to do.
Let's do, because this, I believe, is a standalone movie. Let's do because this is one I've kind of been eyeing for a while.
Bubba Hotep.
The 1988 movie. It's on Tubi. Watch. It'll be gone by the time we go to watch it.
Yeah.
Hollowgate. HOLLOWGATE.
Okay.
But it's got this kind of cover.
Yeah, it looks like something we'd like.
Yeah, let's do that. I think that's one that I've like had my eye on for a bit. I'm like, let's do that one real fast.
All right. Sounds good to me.
All right, so next week, Hollowgate. And then it'll be
Jay Logston runs in fear for more sequels.
And then it'll be Pumpkinhead 3. They can fly this time. They can swim. They can swim now.
They can swim now. They can glide now.
I'm still mad that Pumpkinhead Bloodwings didn't have flying pumpkin heads in it.
Didn't even have any damn blood wings. Jay.
Right. It was just like the red shoes of the cut. We're not going to relitigate this now.
You know, Jay, it's almost like they took a completely unrelated movie and slapped Pumpkinhead in at the last minute.
We'll relitigate it when we get to Pumpkinhead 3 in like a week.
And you know I'm going to have to reread the Pumpkinhead poem again because you know those motherfuckers aren't putting it in there.
Yep. So yeah, we'll have to do that too. So anyway, Hollowgate, then Pumpkinhead 3, then Terrifier 2, then Halloween 4.
And look out October 31st for the spookiest release of the season, Uncle Pigknuckles' Midnight Tales. And you know what? I was going back over the episode where I read The Crawfish King. And I was like, you know what, Jay? This was rushed. I don't like it. I rewrote it from the ground up using the same concept. I was thinking maybe for a Spooktacular bonus one of these days, I'll just read the whole thing out and we can release it as like a bonus episode.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
That's a sample.
Yeah, maybe if I get around to listening to that Chris LaMartina vinyl, we'll do that as well. Fuck it.
Yeah, we should see what that's about.
We'll load up with Halloween content this year if we have time.
At the very least, we could do like listen to it or whatever, and then do like a record review, like a 20-minute stocking stuffer or whatever.
Fuck it. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? I'm gonna put the Joe Bob cooler on my head because it's cold because it's hot in here.
Oh God, he's doing it.
Thanks for listening.
He's gonna stand up.
Halloween Spooktacular. Oh, let me climb back up on this soapbox.
Spirits haunt the night, horrors delight. Halloween Spooktacular fears ignite. Oh, guys,
It doesn't fit on my head. Thanks for listening.
If you could see this, you'd love it. Yes, thank you for listening.
Bye.
Goodbye.
In the crib, late at night. Monsters grooving, what a fright. The goblin says, oh so grand, with vampires leading the band. Dracula waltz with ghouls in the blow. It was a happening monster show. They did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. Got on in a flash. They did the monster mash.